So I'm thrilled to have in studio with me Bobby Genovese and also Joel Hock here. And we also have our producer extraordinaire, Jake Thomas, who's going to sit on this. So welcome to the show, Bobby and Joel.
Thank you very much for the invite. Happy to be here.
Yeah, me as well.
Honestly, to our listeners out there, I have no idea what you're in for, but boy, oh boy, you're definitely going to stay tuned because I can assure you we're going to have fun. So gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about SWI, which is Solutions with Impact. So Joel, I'm going to let you start off by telling our listeners, what is that all about?
Solutions is a marketing events company, and 6 years ago, we're in the events business, and one of the things we wanted to create was something for the hospital for sick kids. And so we created what's called the Car Rally Scavenger Cup. And we've now become the largest fundraising event group for the hospital for sick kids in Canada, raising just over $13 million in the last 6 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That is unbelievable. And what an amazing cause. I mean, I think everybody in this room and everybody listening has some sort of association, affiliation with the hospital for sick children.
Absolutely.
Cancer is something that, as you mentioned, touches everybody. But for the most part, most of the money recently has been going to breast cancer, and rightly so. But over the last 20 years, breast cancer has gone from like 40%, to 80 or 90%, in terms of cure rates. But from a pediatric oncology standpoint, the recognition isn't there. The money's not going there. And so, unfortunately, too many kids were dying before their time. And so we wanted to try and put a stop to it, at least the best we can. And we're thrilled to be able to have raised that money, but we're not finished yet. In fact, last year, to continue to build the brand, the Rally for Kids with Cancer brand, we started the Boat Rally in Muskoka.
All right, so let's take it back for a second. So you have two different rallies. You have a car rally, and then you have a boat rally. And of course, the boat rally is in July, in the beautiful summer months up in Muskoka.
Yep.
And then your car rally, of course, is in what we call the best of fall, late summer, which is in September. So when we're talking about the boat rally, what goes on? I mean, Muskoka is spectacular. There's no better place to be, of course, we all know that. But it's an experience of a lifetime. So
what happens is you put your boat in, and we don't really care how big a boat it is. And if you don't have a boat, good news is we'll get you a boat. Each one of the boats have to raise a minimum of $7,500. And you can put as many people in that boat as you want. So you put the kids in, you put neighbors in, you put the guests at the cottage in. It's a great day to be up in Muskoka. If you raise $15,000 or more, you get to draft a celebrity to be in your boat to work with you as a teammate in the scavenger hunt that happens on the 19th of July.
What a great idea, Joel.
Now, Joel, what sort of celebrities are we talking about here?
So last year we had Anthony Anderson come up. We had PK Subban.
Catherine O'Hara?
Catherine O'Hara. So all kinds of different actors, musicians, hockey players, Paul Coffey. Lots of hockey players up there want to participate.
And this is the second year of the boat rally?
This year will be the second year.
So, Bobby, maybe you can give us some of the highlights of last year's boat rally. I'm sure you had a boat in the mix.
I was lucky enough where Joel had come to me and said, look, Bobby, you've got an incredible place in Muskoka. You know a lot of people in Muskoka. Would you be interested in being chairman of this boat rally function that we're having for Sick Kids Hospital? And to Joel's credit and to SWI's credit, it turned into the event of the summer. I mean, people still in February are talking about how much fun that boat rally was. And as Joel said, it's basically a scavenger hunt across both Lake Joe and Lake Muskoka. And it had included you've got to return a tennis ball at somebody's tennis court with a real tennis pro. You had to. What are some of the other things?
We played against a pro at Ovenberg, the golf course in Lake Joe.
Exactly. I mean, but you know what, Jake, Erin, what was amazing, in 2 days, we raised $680,000.
That's unbelievable.
It just showed how the community rallied around this event. And more importantly, how many people want to be involved with it again this year?
All right. Well, when we're talking about the boat rally, the one coming up is going to be July 18th and 19th. How do people find out about it? And to get involved, how do they do so?
www.boatrallyforkids.com, and easy. You basically sign up. The nice thing about online fundraising, these are peer-to-peer fundraising initiatives that we've created. So you don't have to phone somebody. You're not selling a ticket or table to your friend or your supplier or a client. You're basically sending them emails saying, hey, I'm participating in the boat rally or the car rally, and I'm raising money for the hospital for sick kids. Please sponsor me. Just like a walk, run, that type of thing. They fill out their online. They send it away. They get 100% tax receipt, and you get the money tallied in your bank, if you will. The money goes to sick kids, but you get it tallied in it, and the person who collects the most money gets to draft the celebrity first. That's really the fun part, because that's the competitive nature of man, is that nobody... And woman. Men was plural there. And
that would be an S, Joel.
Yeah. And that's the competitive nature. So, if you want an Eva Longoria or a Catherine O'Hara in your boat, you better raise a lot of money. Otherwise, you get Bobby.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Which actually a lot of people have paid not to have.
Yeah, avoid that one like the plague.
Oh, Bobby, I was going to say that, but I stayed away.
What about limitations? Is there limits to the number of boats you can put in, or what's the buy-in per boat?
So it was last year we had 20 boats participated, and that was really sold out because we wanted to get a handle in terms of how it functioned and the timing and everything else. It went perfect. So this year we're looking for 30 or 40 boats to really increase the revenue that we can make for the hospital. It's $7,500 for a boat, but the reality is you can put 10 people in the boat. So it's not a lot of money to participate and have probably the funnest weekend of your life with everybody at the cottage.
Yeah, an experience of a lifetime, but again, going to a wonderful, incredible cause that is right here in our own backyard, which is a world-recognized hospital. And you're right, children, no child should be sick. And we need to do more to make sure that this doesn't happen. And especially for those people out there that are parents, most of us can understand. It's just something that is a sad reality, but what a great thing you're doing. Now let's go to the car side of things for a second. So this happens in September. So tell us about last year, what went on.
So last year, about the same time, this year it's September 19th and 20th, the Friday night and Saturday. And what happens is you put your car in, and we really don't care whether you have a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Porsche,
how about a bus?
Or a minibus. But one of the seats in the car is reserved for a celebrity that you're going to draft at the draft party. So on the 19th of September, we have a draft party. And basically, we don't sell tickets and tables. The only way you get there is by putting your car in and raising a minimum of $25,000. Now, some of the teams have raised as much as $600,000 to participate. And there's big competitive nature to go, number one, because you get to pick at that draft party first. So the highest fundraising team gets to go on stage and say, I want Eva Longoria, Gene Simmons, something like that. And that person then goes second, third, all the way down to the 30th person. They party the night away. The next day, in fact, we've closed off Bremner Square again outside of ACC. That's where we have Real Sports as our sponsor. We have a brunch there, which is really great because then you bring the kids out. They get to meet all the celebrities that are there. You kick back. What happens is the honorary chair, the celebrity, will drop the checkered flag. Everybody runs to their cars. Last year we had Samsung as a sponsor. Everybody got a Samsung tablet, and they had to figure out where they're going. So you open up the first clue, and it gives you a riddle, a rhyme, or a limerick, and you have to figure out where it is. Once you get to the spot, then it becomes task-oriented. You get points working with who's ever in your car to accomplish whatever you do. We've played horse against the Raptors. We've sent you to the fire academy, in which you've had to drive a fire truck through an obstacle course and put out a fire. That. So you're doing things that you would never do in a million years.
Never get to do.
Never get to do them.
So not only are you raising money, but you're having one heck of a time.
It's the best. It's the best.
The key to the entire thing is the fact that we make sure that everybody, celebrity and driver, who has ever in the cars or boats, that you meet the kids and you meet the families. And what's incredible about it, because we make sure that Sick Kids is a pit stop that everybody goes to. What's incredible is that you see how positive these kids are, knowing the pain and torture of them fighting for their lives. And you could see how positive and excited they are to meet you and what you're doing for them. And the reality is everything else in your life is not as bad as you really think it is in comparison of what these kids are going through, and the way they're handling themselves
is brilliant.
Going through that.
Yeah.
That's like sensory overload. Not only are you raising money for a very worthwhile cause. You're looking at these children's faces as you enlighten them with what's going on, and you get to spend the day with your first pick of celebrity. So I'm in for this year. Count us in for a boat and a car.
Well, yeah, we need to bring the camera crew in the whole bit because I think we need to capture this experience. Now, Joel, tell us how people can find out about the car rally.
Go to www.rallyforkids.com. Or we have a concierge, Sarah Jacobs. You could always email her at sjacobs@solutionswithimpact.com. The nice thing about having a concierge, they'll do everything but get you the money.
Bobby, before we wrap up, how about giving us your perspective of why this is such an important cause, but more importantly, the experience overall?
Well, I mean, obviously, Sick Kids Hospital, as you said earlier, one way or another, somehow everybody identifies with the hospital through family, friends, whatever. And seeing the success that Joel has had, it just made sense to have the extension and create the boat rally. So I think, as Joel has said, it's truly open to the public. And we just want to make sure people understand that. And we want to get everybody we can involved. And I promise you it will change lives, including your own.
And if you think about the dollars and cents, it's really not that much. A boat is a $7,500 buy-in, but there's people that raise upwards of $10,000 for a relay. And then the car one is how much? $25,000 a car?
Exactly.
Amazing, amazing cause, guys, and we applaud your efforts.
I appreciate that, guys.
So we'll see you at the next one.
Done.